Quite possibly the most pivotal and important week of this bull market cycle is among us. Wednesday, the Fed decision on interest rates is going to come out. And what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? And an absolutely wild prediction for when the bull market truly starts to ignite. We're going to break it all down for you in this video. So if you're interested in this cryptocurrency revolution, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Check out some of the links in the description as they do help out the channel. And let's get into it. So we've been talking about this for some time. The Wednesday Fed decision is coming. What is Jerome Powell going to do? What's his view in terms of where he's going to put interest rates? And how is this going to affect the price of Bitcoin? Now, back a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about CPI data, and our view was that, well, the Fed wanted to go to a 50 basis points cut, but ultimately the markets were pricing in a 25 basis points rate cut. Now, interestingly enough, the markets have flipped bullish. The S&P 500 rallying to nearly all-time highs. Bitcoin back down below 58,000 signifies, in my opinion, a couple of key things. That retail pricing a 50 basis points reduction, but institutions pricing in only 25 basis points. And what do I back that up on? Well, BlackRock coming out today and saying that they feel the market is overexcited and that actually it may be a slower move. Now, more interestingly enough, Elizabeth Warren coming out and asking for a 0.75% basis point cut. All of it right now is really throwing the market into a little bit of turmoil, albeit we see S&P 500 rising, Bitcoin price and altcoins really starting to struggle. Very interesting. So, if we were to break it down exactly as what the predictions look like, this takes us over into basically a year's time. Remember, the Fed wants to get down to about a 2% target, but this is ultimately how this could play out. And ultimately, we're getting into the world of a reasonable price reduction rate and percentage expectations of where we want to get to. Just to clarify, this here is where the Fed wants to get to from a US interest rate standard. How do we get there? Well, the reality is that the predictive markets gets us to about 2.5% by this time next year. Now, this clearly is going to be determined by market volatility, jobs market, and ultimately what happens with the $37 trillion debt that the US does have. But it's interesting that we could even be looking at the end of this year. People are predicting maybe 1 or 1.5% reduction, which absolutely aligns to the price in Bitcoin. Double that with significant amounts of liquidity starting to build at two key levels, the upper level around $70,000, and that number will become very important in just a minute, and the lower level and support level around 47,000. Now, this absolutely could be a big buy the rumor, sell the news. We could actually see increased volatility as the market's pricing in a bigger reduction. Or is it? Well, when you take a look, interestingly enough, at the chart right now, we can see this push down on BTC as we got this volatile news today. BlackRock themselves coming out, like I said, and saying that they feel the market is slightly overpricing a too big rate cut. Now, just for reference, this is the line I'm interested in. This is a 4% reduction in the month of September, which we all know is generally what happens. We see a bearish September with a very positive October, and actually everything seems to be aligning perfectly for that move. However, for the month of September, we are still actually up. So a correction, a push down to even that at 56.5 wouldn't be unusual. And actually, we could definitely see some positivity flip back to the upside. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm using this fantastic trade tool. This is Trade Assist. It offers buy zones, buy alerts, sell zones, and much more so that you can trade all your cryptocurrency in the most economical and potentially profitable way possible. There is a link in the description if you're interested in getting involved with Trade Assist, and it doesn't stop there. They actually have a premium service as well that offers you momentum moves and is fully customizable. So you can set it and forget it in terms of your trades and really maximize your potential. So if you are interested in Trade Assist, do check out the link in the description, and this will hopefully give you some better ideas of how you can trade cryptocurrency. Now, one of the things I did want to talk specifically about on this chart is actually a monthly time frame, and it's something you need to be aware of. So given all the news we have, given the moves that are coming and all of the things that have been worked out, whether that be Russia, China, or simply the desire of a Donald Trump listed coin, well, we get into something like this. And some of you may be thinking, what the heck is this 2-bit? Now, I talked through this specifically on my live stream. If you are interested, it's 4 p.m. Eastern every single day. But what this does is track the history of Bitcoin going all the way back to 2011, in particular, those bull market moves. what we can see, and it generally happens over the course and has happened over the course of the last 4 market cycles, is our previous top. Back here in 2011, the previous top came in at around $15. Absolutely wild, before we see the bear market correction. We then have this slow and steady rise until we break on the monthly candle the previous all-time high. Then we move into the bull market cycle, and this is the same as we move across. Now, you may be thinking, well, what relevance has this got right now, 2-Bit? We are looking to break this previous resistance at around $70,000 to $72,000. Remember, these were some of the key levels we were talking about on liquidity. A break above interest at 70,000 could signify what we all expect and hope that's coming, which is the last move on this cycle, which is, in history's sakes, the Bitcoin bull market phase 4. The rally to all-time highs. Where does it put us? 140, 150k. That's something I've been talking about now for the last few months. So all aligning perfectly. It starts Wednesday. What does Jerome Powell do? And what does his tone give to the markets? Are we going to be bearish, bullish? Do we dump or pump? There are lots of questions that I know people are asking right now. I'll give you my view. I think he goes in with 50 basis points, and I think he comes in with a dovish sentiment that I think initially will dump the markets. People are going to be fearful of a recession, but we're not in a recession. And typically, we do see an M pattern form. And I think by the end of Wednesday into Thursday morning, expect my opinion to be retesting $60,000. Now, again, I don't have a psychic power or a magic crystal ball. That's just my view of where the market is right now. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. It's definitely a crazy week, and there's definitely a lot of expectation on it. So let me know. What's your view? What are you going to rate cut? And are you getting a bullish or a bearish Jerome Powell? Let me know as always in the comments down below, and appreciate your time. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be here covering everything in this cryptocurrency bull market. So if you're interested in that, check out the links in the description, hit the like and subscribe button, and tune in for some more. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.